currently trying to get over my imposter syndrome of not being good enough or interesting enough to even think about making vlogs and posting them on YouTube. I struggle to finish my sentences when I go to film, and it ends up not making any sense for me to even film it, and then I just end up doing nothing at all, which is also kind of stupid. Anyways, I'm in a summer house right now with my family. Right now I'm here alone. I'm waiting for Casper to come back. He's been home trying to get the last of his jobs done, and then he can relax a little bit more. And the rest of my family went home this morning. So I'm here alone right now, and I'm really enjoying the silence. Not that I don't like, not because I don't like being with my family, but being with your family in a smaller house. This is actually a very big summer house, so but still being with your family for such a intense amount of time can get a little overwhelming, because there are all these needs and emotions, and and I don't live at home anymore, so I'm not used to the dynamics of being together all the time. But it's been a lovely few days here, and I'm really feeling so at home here in this area. It's on the west coast. Recently I've been very obsessed with solving Sudokus. I don't know where that came from, because I am not a numbers girl, and numbers aren't logic to me, and it never had been before. But somehow Sudokus just sounded very appealing for some reason, and I bought like a whole book of only Sudokus, and I'm really enjoying solving them and wrecking my brain trying to find the patterns and trying to, find the logic of Sudokus. So yeah, I bought a whole magazine of Sudokus, and I'm still at the point where I make a lot of notes, but it's so satisfying when you finally get it right, and I'm getting lesser and lesser mistakes. I don't know if you can tell, but like the first ones here, full of mistakes, crossing out and stuff, and this one only has maybe like four mistakes or something. So that's really big for me. So I've been really enjoying solving Sudokus here while tanning on the beach. So I really just wanted to have an activity where I did not need to be on my phone. And Sudokus came to mind for some reason. So that's been quite the obsession for me at the moment. I could really get used to this lifestyle of having the ocean in your backyard, going for a swim at sunset. That's just my vibe. I love it. Of course, the one cloud that's in the sky is just where the sun is about to set. But it's peeking through right now, looking super orange and warm. But just sitting here, I can't help but think about that these are the moments, like I call these videos life in my 20s, and this is a part of my life in my 20s, is that I don't really have a plan right now, and I do things that feel right, and that's okay. I don't need to prove to anyone that this makes sense because so and so, or without it getting too deep, I'm just realizing why I don't just pick up my camera a little bit more. I don't know why I find it so difficult. I don't really think that these thoughts have an end right now. It's just thinking out loud and maybe sharing them. Yeah, I don't know. You can literally see the sun setting within a few seconds, and knowing that it's the world spinning and not the sun setting is mind-blowing to me. So you kind of feel very small in a situation like that, if you know what I mean. So feeling scared of being cringe, or feelings of imposter syndrome and not being good enough at making vlogs, or all these stupid, ridiculous thoughts. I think it's just nice getting it off your chest. Those were my sunset thoughts for today. Just get over the imposter syndrome. Get over feeling like you need to prove something. Note to myself, and maybe a note to you watching. I'm just taking a moment to acknowledge I think it's called a silk tree in English, um, being in stick mode. When I got back from vacation, all of its leaves were falling off. It's coming back, but it just looks so funny. Just like that. But anyways, I'm just sitting here writing an email, and I realized that I haven't shared a very exciting thing happening for me. I don't know why I haven't shared it with you yet, actually. But it's a very exciting partnership happening, and something else that I'm not able to share right now, but something very exciting is coming. It's almost like I don't know how to get the words out of my mouth, because I never thought they would be coming out of my mouth. If that makes sense. But I'm very, very proud to be an ambassador for a small business, a clothing brand called Gente. Gente is a brand that I've been following for a little while now, and I've really been enjoying watching her universe grow, and just her pieces are very, I don't know how to describe them, but they're like some good pieces that you want in your wardrobe, but just better. Yeah, I'm just feeling extremely fortunate to be able to connect with other women like myself who make businesses out of passion. It's not just about immediate growth, it's about expansion in a organic way, and finding your core audience who are loyal to what you do and support you. And her name is Stephanie, and we've just really connected over the last few months. But yeah, I am now a very proud ambassador of Gente, and I couldn't be more excited to share this universe with you, and excited to share what we're working on. And yeah, just really excited for this chapter starting, and it's one of my dream partnerships, to be honest. I wrote in my journal maybe a few months back, where I was getting clear on my hopes and dreams for myself, and I wanted to become an ambassador for Gente. And having it happen then within a few months is crazy and beautiful and amazing, and I'm really just thrilled to share it. And starting from the bottom going up, I have these Plasticana shoes, my favorite shoes, and they have been since I got them for Christmas. It's a gift from Casper, and I actually think he bought them from Gente's page because she also has them on her page. Pants are also Gente. It's beautiful white denim and very comfortable. It has like a, this is an older version, so it has a string up here in the waist, but I think in the new version that's gonna be different. And it's just like the perfect fit of being wide but still straight. So for a short-legged girl like myself, I don't drown in these pants. They were a little long, so I did get them hemmed, if that's what it's called. But after I got them hemmed, I haven't stopped wearing them. They have enough pockets just on the side and on the back as well. So I'm very pleased with that because women don't get a lot of pockets for some reason. And we are the ones who carry the most. Anyways, this dress is an older one from H&M. I like to pair it with like a contrasting color, but also for a few months back I wore it with like these black suit pants, and I thought that silhouette was amazing as well. So I really like this A shape of a dress at the moment. And also I think I want a jacket as well in this A shape because it's just gorgeous. So I'm on the hunt for that. This bracelet is from my local thrift shop. It's just like, yeah, a chunky bracelet with colorful pearls. I thought it was a good way to break up the very basic colorway that I'm wearing today and just spice it up a little bit. I've been moving more towards wearing more basic items, but spicing it up with some amazing texture or some good fabric. And this dress, even though it is from H&M, it has some really nice texture to it, and it's heavy as well. It has a good weight to it, so it also flows a lot nicer than if it was a lighter material. But I think I'm starting to figure out what it is that I'm going for, and it's definitely texture and weight. That's very important for me at the moment. I hope my bra straps haven't been out the entire time. They probably have. Anyways. Finally put together a little bit of a bookshelf situation. I really wish to have like this large wooden bookcase that takes up the entire wall, but I don't have enough books for that, unfortunately. For now, I have this situation going on, and I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. It's it just gives some warmth to this space that I needed. It was very dull, to say the least. But yeah, just finally getting a few of my books up has been very nice. And while doing so, I realized that I have a lot of self help books. And my reading career is very short. I haven't been reading a lot, unfortunately, even though I have a lot of books. Personally, I struggle to finish an entire book that repeats the same thing over and over again. So I tried, I really tried to read this book, but I felt like it could have been over within the first few pages. I really enjoyed the purpose of this book, and I feel like it's very exciting actually, but I can't finish like a book this size with the feeling of things just getting repeated. So I really think the purpose of the book is very good, and I think it has some very interesting facts, I guess. Uh, but personally, I couldn't finish it. And that has been the same for a lot of my self help books. So, I tried something recently and dove into the world of novels. I haven't really had successful experiences reading books because it's been, it starts really well and I'm really interested, and then it's the same over and over again, and then I just lose interest completely. Um, so I tried something. I was reading a newspaper that I get every 3 months. It's like a magazine, but in a newspaper form, and I really love that. And they had a book recommendation on a novel, and it sounded very interesting. And it's from an author that I know of, like her feminism work and activism. And I just went out to the bookstore and I asked them if they had the book, and they say, "Yeah, here it is." She handed me this bad boy of a book, and I was completely scared when she handed it to me, but I had already decided that I want to read it. So I was just like, "Yep, I'll get it." And then I just started reading, taking it very slow, just saying maybe just 5 pages each day. And I'm very pleased to tell you that I'm almost finished. I have never gotten this far in any of my self help books, except for Good Vibes, Good Life. This one. You can see it. This one. Good Vibes, Good Life. That is a self help book I really love, and I actually finished. The first novel that I read was this, The Fault in Our Stars. Ah, if you know, you know. This was my first book ever. It's my first book that I bought, and the first book that I finished, and the first novel that I really, really enjoyed. And I actually read it 2 or 3 more times after finishing it the first time. So I really enjoyed this book. But I hadn't really read other novels afterwards. I don't know. I think I thought it was just a one-time thing. I'm very determined to finish it, even though it's getting a little heavy for me here at the end of the book. I don't know what the book is called in English, but it's called like Counting Dreams. If you directly translate the Danish title, you follow 4 women throughout their lives, and you get to be a witness of a life unfolding for these women and all of the choices that they're making and choices that are being made for them and how they affect their life and the trajectory of their lives, and how they're also kind of connected. It's a little bit of a tough read because there are some very heavy subjects going on in this book as well, but it is a page turner, obviously, since I, who haven't read a novel in over a decade, suddenly picks up how many pages am I on? So I'm on 435 pages, and yeah, I think that says a lot for the kind of book that this is. I have a huge stack of magazines right here. So I've been mostly reading magazines as my reading, but I can really recommend this book if you're trying to, yeah, start reading a little bit more. What do I have? The Power of Now, which is also a very good book. That, oh my god, it literally sent me into an existential crisis, which was scary and not something that I want to go through again, to be honest, but I think it was probably what needed to happen. I think it's because it has like such profound such profound ways of thinking that I couldn't even comprehend when I started reading this. It's years ago, and it's like it's nothing compared to the book that I'm reading right now, but it's a very heavy read, and you have to be, yeah, you have to have some kind of understanding of Eckhart Tolle and his philosophies and stuff. And I didn't at the time. But I really want to finish this as well. Excuse the chaos going on in the background. um, I'm gonna attempt to speak while my bird is right next to me, so apologies if he's a little loud. He probably will be because I'm gonna be showing you some things that I got from the thrift shop. Oh, bless you. I saw these glasses in the thrift shop and I immediately had to have them because I have the short version of them and they're like this smoke colored glass. They're kind of brown and it has like just a beautiful shape. I think I would just really enjoy some water in these. So I got 4 of those. The next thing, I'm kind of nervous but also really excited about. It's like one of those things that you know you can find in a thrift shop and it's just a matter of time. But I'm getting kind of impatient because I really want the vision to come to life soon. So I've been scouting around in different thrift shops. I also went to some on the West Coast when I was on holiday. And I've been looking for like these, I think you would call them retro wall lights. You know, it's like a plate that you screw on, that you screw to the wall, and then you can flip it has like a screen that you can flip. But they have been more difficult to find than I anticipated. In here is a lamp that I see the potential in, and you have to see the potential with me because the current state is not it's not horrible, but it's not the vision that I was looking for. Anyways, so would you look at that? It's actually not a bad color. It's like a beautiful matte blue, but it just doesn't fit in my home in this colorway. My thought was to like paint it over so it matches the color of the wall and so it can just fade into the wall. So I hope you can forgive me for changing this beautiful blue to a very calming beige. So I'm really happy with finding this today. I didn't have much hope, but that's usually when the stuff begins to appear. I think this will be a very good time to sign off for the vlog. I didn't get enough sleep last night. Benji has caught some kind of dog cold, so he's coughing and sneezing a lot, and his breathing is kind of restricted. I'm just laid here on the couch. I just made myself a little coffee, and I have my book here, and I have my Sudoku and my newspaper that I told you about the other day. And then I have my iPad because I've been starting to get into drawing on the iPad. It's so much fun. It's a little funny because earlier I talked a little bit about thinking I may have imposter syndrome and just not being comfortable with taking the space on YouTube, for example, or feeling good enough to make something like this. but it's like once I get the ball rolling, I can't really stop again. And then when I sit and edit a video, I just think, okay, this is enough. And then sometimes I've just been cutting off the video without signing off. Feels a little unfinished, in my opinion. Thank you so much for being here and for watching this very long vlog. I hope I will see you again next time.